Hi, this is Tamika with Pastries, Pumps, and Pie, and I'm here with a Plan With Me video in my Content Fitness Bujo planner for January 2026. So I'm going to be setting up for the month of January. As stated in my initial setup video and my planner lineup video, if you want to see what else I'm doing for the year, please go check that out. So as I stated in that planner lineup video, this is going to be combined for content planning and fitness tracking for the year. I will be bringing monthly setup videos and probably quarterly review videos for fitness tracking. My mind went blank. But I will not be doing like any other weekly content. I used to do weekly Plan With Me videos for content planning. I used to do weekly bullet journal videos for fitness planning, and those videos just weren't getting a lot of views. One of the reasons I'm not getting the views and the attention that I want on this channel is because my channel is forever being shadow banned for whatever reason by YouTube. If you don't know what that means, check it out. I know this to be a fact. It has happened too many times. It's not something that I'm just overthinking or misinterpreting. That's what's happening. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get where I want to be with this channel, and I start to give it up at the end of 2025, but I'm pushing to give it one more year. So if you enjoy my channel, it's very important that when you're watching the videos, you watch all the way through. If you click out, that's telling YouTube that you're not interested. Give it a like, give it a comment. That helps the video get more visibility with the YouTube algorithm. So those things are non-cost to you, very good ways to support your content creator. Sounds like I might need to do a video on that. But anyways, so let's go ahead and get into this first month setup. So the way that it's gonna work is I'll have like a monthly theme going on and a quote page. I'm trying to remember which quote I was going to use. If I'm not mistaken, let me go back. Got this? Okay, I know which one. It was the "I can do hard things" quote that I have in here. This is from Amber Plans Her Day. Yeah, so that's the one. I'm going to go ahead and pull it so I can put this book aside. But yeah, so any of those little things that you could do will really help the channel. Liking, subscribing, especially if you subscribe and like and comment. That lets YouTube know that people are watching and people are interested. Alright, so there's that already. I pull this sticker, and I'm going to be using this PET tape from Wrong. It's nothing new from her. It's one that I've had for a while and I just haven't really used. And some people might be a little creeped out by these images, but I think they're kind of fun. So this is what I'm going to be going with. Do I feel like there's the lighting too much? Is that better? What if I turn the light out? Ooh, that does not help. Okay, so the light does make a big difference. I was thinking about just using the natural light from outside, but maybe this is better. I just feel like when it was up higher, that was too bright. Okay, so I also have this piece of scrap paper that I want to bring in. So let's go ahead and start with this scrap paper. This is going to go on the bottom of my pages. Okay, so let's get some adhesive. But yeah, ooh, there's a eyelash on there. What I'm gonna try to do as much as possible with this planner is try to use up some stickers and things that I haven't used. That's what I was doing last year with my on-the-go planner. I was trying to use things that I wasn't using on the regular, but I just don't feel the need to keep using an on-the-go planner because I'm not doing that much in my life that I need to have that. So we're gonna skip doing an on-the-go planner. And I was doing way too many videos, and one thing I was doing last year was trying to show a lot of different planners on my channel just so people could see how it was to plan with all those different planners. But if it ain't about to benefit me, then I don't need to keep wasting my time. So that's why I was like, nah. That's why I stopped kind of early on, because I'm like, I'm putting so much time and effort and I'm not getting what I want out of this, and it's tiring to sit and put this much effort in. Okay, that was a rough cut, but I actually don't mind that that was a rough cut. So that's a little sticky right there. I'm just gonna cut off the sticky part because I like to keep my scraps, especially because I do card making and you never know when you can use a scrap. So there's that. If you go to my community post, I did put up a poll to see, you know, what kind of things you guys would like to see on the channel for 2026, because this is the chance to get what you need and want out of this channel, and hopefully we all get what we need and want out of this channel for 2026, because I don't know how much longer I can keep putting in all the effort and not getting anything out of it. So we'll see. I'm just gonna pray about it. Maybe it's not what God wants me to be doing. I don't know. We shall see. I mean, part of it is I do it because I enjoy it, but if I'm going to be doing it and everybody else is making money and I'm doing way other things, and I'm like, why shouldn't I be able to benefit from that as well? I don't know. That's just my frame of thinking. My thing is, since I'm already doing it, I already enjoy it, why not benefit from it, you know? And I'm not benefiting from it in the way that I would like to. So we shall see. All right, let's trim over here. Okay, that came out a little rough too, which again, I'm okay with. And again, I'm going to cut off the sticky part and keep the scrap. Okay, so there's that. All right, so what I'm going to do is kind of work with the blue on this side in the moons. There's another moon, this one. What just happened there? It stuck to itself? There we go. And then we're gonna do this one. And I felt like this paper kind of picked up the yellow that you'll see in some of these images. I think they're fun. I know I've used another one of the PE tapes from her that was similar, and a lot of people were just kind of freaked out. they were just kind of freaked out a little bit, and they didn't think they were so cute. But I think they're cute. They're a little odd. They're a little odd, but they're kind of cute at the same time, so I like them. Okay, and I'm gonna take, where's my gold pen, and I'm gonna just add like some sparkles and stuff on here. Add a few little sparkles there. I think that looks good. All right, and so while that side is okay, I'm looking at what I got going on here. So usually you don't have stars out with suns out, but that's okay because this is my planner and I can do what I want to do with my planner. But I am going to use that star sticker because I want to use it. And because a lot of color is kind of drawn from this. I wanted to have stars in my setup for January, just as inspiration. Oh my God, how cute is that already? Some excess glue there. Okay, now let me put my quote sticker down. I can do hard things. I chose this for obvious reasons. I can get through this. God is going to get me through what I need to do for my health challenges, for this setbacks I'm experiencing with my channel. God's going to get me through all of that. I thought there was something on there that I needed to get off, but I guess not. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. I can do hard things. I'm going to burnish this sticker down. And I like to burnish my stickers down because it makes it look like they're just already on the page. All right, so I also had some other stickers that I wanted to add, like this little girl here. And then this little girl. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to add on this page. Now, of course, I have a limited amount of images, and try not to repeat any of them since I won't be putting a whole lot of deco down on my weekly pages. Because, like, look, I have those little stars. That might be something I can add in on the weekly pages. But yeah, let me put some more of those sparkles. Okay. I think that's gonna do it on that page. But yeah, I think this looks good. What do y'all think? Tell me if you're freaked out about these images. I'm excited to know how you guys feel about them. I'm okay with them. I'm really okay with them, and I hope that they're not freaking anybody else out. Yeah, I hope y'all like them too. But I think they're cute. I think they're cute. And I like the scrapbook paper too. I think it's pretty. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go on. I'm trying to get this page to dry. And we're gonna go on to our next page here. So this is gonna be a lot of drawing of lines. I have a Pigma Micron 05. I have my handy dandy ruler. So if this is something that I might just fast forward a little bit through this. I have my window open. I'm afraid it's giving a little bit too much light, but yeah. I don't have like the blinds open, but I have the curtain pulled back a little bit. I feel like everything's been filming pretty dark, even though I finally moved my, what do you call it? I finally moved my light. So I'm probably going to put you guys on fast forward while I do all of this. Okay, so I got all of these down. I'm gonna clean up some stuff with my white gel pen here. And then I'll go back in and erase. So I did make a boo-boo over here because it's hard for me to just do straight lines, even with a ruler. Y'all know that. Y'all already know me on straight lines. You think I would have mastered it teaching math? But I didn't. I didn't. My students knew. They weren't getting no straight lines on Miss Brown. Nope. Okay. I think that looks good. So, something that I thought that I would do to get use of a lot of my stickers. Let me show you. I decided I was going to pull from the summer collections. Well, all of my collections books from Amber Plans Her Day, because at the end of these collections, she had all these stickers like this, and I hardly ever use them. And some of the headings match with what I want. I don't know that she had a notes section. Let me see. No, she didn't have notes, but a lot of it matched. So I'm gonna try, and I don't want to put remember for notes, but that is something I could do to keep it uniform, if that makes sense, with because this is a hand lettering that she used. So that was something I was thinking. Here was going to be like my stats, and I'm thinking I could even write today, which would kind of be like, but I don't know. We're going to mix and match because that's my planner and I can do that. So let's go ahead and start erasing some things. Let's erase priorities here. And we're going to put a priority sticker. Alrighty, and then we have a to-do list, and we're going to put a to-do sticker there. Okay, we're going to get some use out of these. We're not going to get total use out of, but I'm trying to use things that I have, and these are stickers that are just sitting around. So yeah. And then what I'm going to do here is probably use my pens, my markers here. So this is stats, right? Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then let's use another color. One of these pinks I was gonna use, and I don't remember which pink. Let me see which one it was. I think it's this one, but there's really no pink in these stickers, so I don't need that. I'm thinking of another setup that I did. Okay, let's do this one. So we're gonna put notes. I'm gonna use this side because I'm used to using a smaller tip than the Now, I know that's kind of hard to see this, so I'm going to go back over it with a pen, okay? And now I'm messing it up. And I did some pretty decent hand lettering, and now I'm messing it up. Maybe I should have done it in ink first and then went over it with the marker. All right. It is what it is. Okay, and then we're gonna do these with this marker. All right. And up here, I'm going to hand letter January. Let me go ahead and erase while I'm here. I need to find my big chunky eraser that I normally use for this stuff because I don't know what I did with it. And then my little desk vacuum broke. I thought it just needed batteries, but I changed the batteries and it's still not working. But then again, it's just a cheap little one from Temu, so there's that. I'm gonna use the big brush tip site to do January because I think I want it in a, okay. Okay, so there's January, and then I'm going to I'm going to do the tan color here. And again here. Make sure these are closed because these suckers will dry out on you so fast. I opened a brand new pack that I'd never used. So mind you, use your markers because I'd never used this pack, and I open it right? And one of the markers is just so dried out. And I'm like, I've never even used this. How is it dry? It's dry. It's dry. So I think I'm gonna leave this. I'm not gonna highlight these lines because what I think I'm gonna do in here is I'm gonna end up doing bullet points. Okay, but now let me go back to here. And this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'll put the date in the top left corner. I'm going to be using the same format every month. Every month I'm going to be using the same format weekly for fitness. Like I said, I'm not going to show my weekly setups, but it's going to be the same setup every week, and it's going to be 1 week on a page, as you will see in a second. Okay, and so what I'm going to do with this monthly calendar here is I'm going to list what videos and things I want to do on each day. Instead of me doing a weekly setup every week, this is how we're going to do it. I'm just not going to be spending all that time with stuff anymore like that. So let's see if there's anything we could add at the bottom of here that wouldn't be too intrusive. Not really. So we're gonna leave it. Maybe I could find a washi tape, some kind of washi that I could put down here. I know I have some grid washi. Let me see, y'all. I've moved a lot of stuff off my desk, so I don't know that I have it like readily available to me right now. I moved stuff off my desk because I had to move my light around. So there's probably some stuff that's just not right here that I would normally have access to, which is just another sign that I need to clean my space. That's all that is. Yeah, none of that grid washi there. Whoops. And I just had avalanche of stuff here. But none of that grid washi that I'm looking for is really at my fingertips. I do have this, but I really don't want to go with that. So we're just going to leave it. Okay, so coming over here, so I'm going to be tracking over here my YouTube subs, which, here's the thing, YouTube likes to retrack my subs. I know it's not people. There's no way that it's people deciding to unfollow that like that. If you saw the pattern, you would know what I'm talking about. And they tend to remove your followers thinking they're scam followers or whatever. And I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool that YouTube does that. So this, and then I guess I will go ahead and put some lines for these things here. But yes, this is how my content planning is going to look every month. I'm not doing anything extra for the week. We will look at our stats once a month, because if I focus on them too much, then I'm just going to get irritated. So we're going to focus on them once a month and go from there. And then I'm just going to write in what I want to do. So like maybe I'll use this bottom section to do like a key. So I might do like a C for catch-all, B for Bujo, since this is my combined Bujo planner, and then write in whatever else. I think that's enough space for me to write in what I want to do, and that's how we're going to do that. So moving on, like I said, for fitness, I will do weekly planning, but it just won't be filmed. So this is 1 week, this is 1 week. For the sake of time, I'm only going to set up the first week right now. So I might put you guys back on fast forward. So what I'm going to be doing over here is tracking my meals, listing some meal ideas, and then having different trackers. So I'll probably have a tracker for water, mood, movement. Yeah, those might be the only things that I track, because if I put movement, then that will include any movement, whether it be me working out, whether it be me going for a walk, me getting on my walking pad, whichever. So that's probably how I will end up doing that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's erase around the perimeter and stuff of these grid. So again, what I'm doing here is tracking my meals. Okay, so I'm tracking the meals. This line didn't go so well. We'll doctor this up in a second. And then over here, I'm doing all of my trackers. So I'm going to be trying to use up all the tracking stickers that I have first before I actually draw in my own trackers. So that's the goal. Use what I've got. Okay, use what I've got, because I got a lot of stuff that's just not being used, and it could be. Okay. Let's fix this here. So I'm doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. It looks like that's a tiny space, but I'm trying to not use a whole bunch of space. Then this box here is for meal ideas. Okay, so let's do here. And I'm going to write meal ideas. I didn't leave space really for the date, but maybe I'll put the date down at the bottom somewhere. So here we have meal tracker. And then we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. And then I'm going to use some stickers, and I'm going to put Monday through Sunday here. Okay. And then right here, we're going to write trackers. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight trackers, mail ideas, mail tracker. Where's that blue? Let's highlight this row here. All right, I might be able to put a, let me put the week of, so I'm starting this journal with that first full week of January. So January actually starts on, what, a Thursday? So we're gonna start on that first full week, which is the week of the 5th. So 1/5/2026. So let me put my trackers down, and if I got space, I might add a sticker. So I have tons of tracking stickers from Coffee Planner Mom. I think this is the book that I have them in. No, they're in another book. So I was thinking it's the perfect time to use up these trackers. And I have them in different colors. So I want some pastels, which I have. So let's do this one. And that will be for water. Movement. And then we'll do mood. And I think I'm just going to do a very simple mood tracker, and I'm just going to do a smiley face, that everything went well, a mid face, and then a frowny face. And I will just use that. So we're going to do water. So did I get enough water? Well, did I drink any water? Because that's a start, right? I try to drink water every day. I'm not getting the full amount. We're going to start with tracking. Are we drinking it? And then as I go forward, am I drinking enough? So that's water, movement, and mood. And that's what I'm going to be doing every week here. And I think I might have enough room for this cloud sticker who's just wanting to be added. I don't. I don't have room for him. I don't. I would have to cover up all this that I wrote for the week. I don't have room, so I'm just going to stick him off to the side here. We will use him somewhere else. But yeah, so I'm going to get use of all of these habit trackers that I have. Coffee Planner Mom, her shop is not open right now. I don't know if she's going to ever open it back up. But she had trackers in all kinds of colors. And I have several of them. So I'm going to try and use these up first. As long as they work with my color scheme and everything, then I may not even care if they work with my color scheme. I might just use them to get them used up, and then try to go from there. Let me see. One more thing I want to do. So I'm going to highlight every other line here. And I have another app on my phone that I use for tracking my food too. And the good thing about that app that I use, it tracks the calories. Like you can put in what you ate, and it also calculates for like different grocery stores, their items, different restaurants. So I need to go back to using it, and I think it helps because then I can jot down what I'm doing when I'm away from home, and that way when I come back home I don't have to try to remember, and I can just use whatever. And as you can see, this is not the same length box at the bottom for Sunday, but I'm fine with that. But this is how my setup's going to be for every week. So if there's a 5th week, which there will be in this month, right? No, it's going to be one in March. So let me see if I can't show you what I'm talking about. So in March, then I'm going to do a reflections page, and I have created a template for that, and it's just going to be printed out on sticker paper, and I'm just going to add it into my planner. That's how I'm going to do that. But yeah, so let's go back and see, is there anything else I want to put on this page? Can I fit the cloud over here somewhere? I can fit him right here. See, that works. Can I fit anything else on this page? Because I do have a little bit more space. Let's do this one. I just probably won't put anything on my weekly pages for fitness. We'll probably just keep those very functional pages, because I don't think I have space. Yeah, these will just probably be very functional pages. Because again, this is going to be the same thing over here. Same thing. I might switch up the colors, but it's going to be the same thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our full setup. So here is our monthly deco page, our monthly quote page. I can do hard things. We'll use some scrapbook paper and these PET stickers from Wrong. Then we go over to our content calendar pages. So we have our content calendar here. This is where I'm going to list everything that I want to do for my content, whether it be YouTube or Instagram. I asked in my poll if people want me to get a TikTok. Nobody has listed that they wanted me to get a TikTok, so I will not bother. Sure won't. Then over here is just my to-dos, priorities, stats, and notes. So in the event that there's something that I can't fit on the calendar, I have this running to-do list. So that's why I didn't want to do too much over here. I can add in bullet points and then add everything as I need to over here. And then this is how my weekly pages will be for my fitness tracking. So I will track my movement, I will track my water, my mood, on what I am eating. So the only thing I forgot to do almost was put those stickers for the days. This Live Love Posh Functionally Noir book had some very small days of the week. I know I'm not crazy. Where did I see them? I saw them in here, I could have sworn. I thought they were in here. Okay, maybe they were somewhere else that I saw that in another book. Maybe, I think it was the Mojo Jojo book. So let's pull that. Might have been this one. They're very small days of the week. Yeah, there they are. So let's go ahead and use these. Where's my tweezers? Here they are. So and again, why am I using a sticker? Because I'm trying to use up my stuff, because I have all this stuff that I don't use. So that is why. Do I need to use a sticker? No. Can I just write it out? Yes. But I'm trying to use the things that I have. And like I said, I may not even get too concerned about color schemes in here, so long as I can use up my stickers. All right, and there is that. So comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you doing any content planning? Are you doing any fitness planning or tracking for the new year? And are you sticking to making sure it's just pretty functional? How are you doing it? Because I don't mind doing my little decorative page in the front and then keeping everything else pretty functional in the end. But comment, let me know what you think. Also, guys, don't forget to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.